We are, you ready? All right, everybody, come on in. Turn the music down. All right, everybody, welcome to Atlanta. Lucy, welcome to Atlanta. You made it, you made it. We wanted to do a quick pop-up for you guys to recap this amazing weekend that we have had. You all know me, Maggie, the substitute teacher. You may know me from my cooking channel. Luke Hazley and I are the founders of the Finishing School for the Modern Woman. And we have just wrapped up our tea at Neiman Marcus. And Lucy wanted to do a quick pop-up to share it with you all. Lucy, please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Lucy, and I have a channel that it used to focus on Spanish, but now I changed the content into more femininity, elegance, and items that are more related to women for a certain age. And like Maggie said, we just wrapped up the MaggieLu, the graduation for the finishing school, and the tea party for all the ladies in the finishing school. And it was just amazing. Apparently Atlanta is going through some kind of weather change. Mm-hmm. It was cooler than expected, but the weather is perfect. Mm-hmm. So I think that what we would do was maybe like an alpha and delta, what went well and what we could improve for our future meetup a year from now.
I'm totally fine. So you heard it here first. This is the first annual MaggieLu meetup. So we teach the finishing school. We've taught 2 sessions, fall and winter, and we wanted to do something for the ladies to build community, to be able to put into practice what we've taught them, and then also to just be around other like-minded women and learn. So how about you? Do you want to start us off, Lucy? I don't have an agenda. We just wanted to pop up for and answer questions for you all. Or thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. We still have our tea outfits on. So where would you like to begin, Lucy?
I think we should start by the first night, the MaggieLu meetup.
Okay.
Where we first met the ladies with their +1.
Yes. So this event turned into a 3-day weekend, and I'm so glad. We had ladies travel from, Lucy came all the way from California. We had ladies come from north, south, east, and west. Thank you all so much. Look who's watching. We got Miley in the house. Miley is in the house upstairs. Hey, Miley. But we had ladies descend on Atlanta, and I wanted to put together a weekend that would be memorable for them and that they could enjoy and celebrate. Plus, we wanted to do a meetup with those of you all in the community who just wanted to come out, eat, drink, and be merry. So night number 1 was Friday at Eclipse de Luna. It's a Spanish tapas restaurant, which is small plates here in Atlanta. Lucy was on the menu and she ordered a variety of plates for us. This one was open to the public. So Lucy, why don't you share a little bit about
the food? Was amazing. You know, it's funny because you think that tapas, they're small, a smaller amount, but they kept coming. Mm-hmm. And we had a variety of just the most yummy appetizers type thing. We had fried plantains, yes. We had chicken. We had what did we have? We had the I think that you know the menu better.
So the menu. So don't worry. This is just off the top of the dome, as they say. We had professional photography at all the events, and I will do a deep dive recap once we get our professional photos. But this was served family style. So we had, I believe, 6 different tapas. So we started with a salad, which was amazing. It was a green apple and manchego cheese salad with like candied walnuts. We had that. Then we had fried plantains. We also had piquitoreños. They were so good. They were these stuffed sweet peppers with goat's cheese, and then they were fried. So they were crispy, sweet, and savory. Oh. And then for the meatitarians, we had a chicken dish that was excellent, seasoned so well. we had ribs and calamari. So,
Yes.
and then dessert was key lime pie and tres leches.
Tres leches.
Mm-hmm.
And surprisingly enough, the key lime pie was just incredibly delicious compared to the tres leches. The tres leches was good, you know, like a regular, but the key lime pie was just, and it was very small, but it was just full of just flavor. It just exploded in your mouth.
Yes, a little went a long way. It was so, so good. So we had that. We had also bottomless sangria, bottomless beer or mocktails or any other non-alcoholic. And we used that as a night to just kind of do icebreakers, get to know people. That was a travel day for a lot of people. So we asked them where they traveled from. We just went around the room, let people introduce themselves. First impressions of me, first impressions of Lucy. And, just kind of, lessons learned from the finishing school. If you all don't know, we teach the finishing school for the modern woman, where we teach ladies of all ages how to be the best version of themselves with elegance, etiquette, and femininity. Now that we have wrapped up graduation, we will start planning for our next session, which will be in the fall. So you can get on the wait list. Go to teachablemomentswithmaggie.com. Condem says, did you bring and play any of the card games?
Oh. So with all the craziness happening, because believe it or not, as contained MaggieLu looks here, it was activity after activity, trying to remember things, and she's driving us somewhere and she's setting things up. And then as she picked us up, we were driving to the venue, and I'm like, ooh, I forgot the cards.
So I did ask Lucy to bring the cards because I thought it would be a great icebreaker. She brought them from California, but didn't bring them to the restaurant. That's okay. I am a card game in my mind. So I don't know, I can be spontaneous and ask people questions, and just, we went around the room and we had a lot of fun. I also loved hearing from some of the plus ones, especially the husbands that were there, that really just, shared their perspective from the outside. Looking in. We will do this again next year, but it was Friday from, I believe, 4:30 to 7. So we had 2.5 hours of just unlimited, whatever you want, a great way to try different foods and not have to be committed to anything. So I thought it was amazing. Yes, next time we'll have the card games. So I think we winged it.
And it's really interesting because when Maggie said it was going to be 3 hours in a venue, as the introvert, 3 hours for me are like dog days. So I'm here going 3 hours, but they went quickly. When the next time we saw our watch, it was already to start picking up because the conversation, the mood, and it helps when you are around people that want to be there, that all they want is just to enjoy the time, no drama. They just want to enjoy your company. And I think that maybe you should share the comment from one of the husbands that night, that it almost brought us to tears because it was incredible.
Picture it, Sicily, 1942. Okay, I'm being dramatic. Shocker. So we're sitting around kind of like a U-shaped table. I'm in the middle, Lucy's on the end. And I did several laps of just kind of icebreakers, asking people questions to kind of get them. I am the party starter. You all know that, right? I don't mind getting people out of their shell. And there were some plus ones there that came to support their loved one. And so they didn't really know what we were doing. So anytime I would ask, Mr. So-and-so, do you have any, thoughts on the question? And he's like, no, go ahead. I'll let you ladies have it. I don't have anything to share. Just here to support, enjoy myself. And that's totally fine. So at the end, as we were wrapping up, getting ready to dismiss, a quiet man in the corner raised his hand. And I was like, oh, Mr. Sir, please, what would you like to add? And his comment really blew me away. What he said is that the change that he has seen in his wife since she has started working with Lucy and me in the finishing school has just brought him like a whole different wife. He says that, that combativeness that was there, she's calmer, that the home is happier. And what he saw that really blew me away, what he said that really blew me away is that being in this space and watching us women just be ladies, be elegant, be ourselves, have fun, but be ladies. He didn't look at us as objects or anything that's like, ooh, look at that. He looked at us as ladies that needed to be protected. And he said just naturally he felt like I need to ensure that this is a safe space. And that just really blows me away because a lot of women, at least if you believe in what we, talk about, you want that traditional masculine man. And ladies, you can get that. Even if it's not a romantic relationship, men feel a need to protect the softness that's in us. And, shout out to MTR. He said the same thing when I was in London. So you know who you are. I'm so grateful. What would you add, Lucy?
And I think that also he noticed that I just got nervous when I saw that chat come up. Hello, Mr. Aljamon.
Hello, Mr. Aljamon, one of our biggest supporters.
Yes, amazing.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite word. So one of the things that he maybe that he saw is that when we have our teaching sessions, we focus on dressing modestly. Mm-hmm. We focus on dressing just to show up and not just to be the main attraction. Yeah. And I think that that's probably where he was getting to, where he said that he had the innate feeling mm-hmm. to protect us. Mm-hmm. And I think that sometimes this is missed because we see all of these skin and all of these things being shown everywhere. All these young ladies thinking that mm-hmm. showing your body is going to bring a different type of man. And what it does is it brings men, but for the wrong type of attention. And this testimonial that this gentleman said that he had the innate need to protect us tells you on what it is that they see when they see a group of women dressed modestly, dressed elegantly, and it brings that manliness and a need to take care of us naturally.
Absolutely. And Friday's dress code was casual. I wanted to give the ladies an experience over 3 days, casual. And then yesterday was elegant. And then today was Sunday best. And I'm so proud of the ladies. They showed up in a way that really drew you in without being, repulsive. And that's really important. Modesty does go a long way. Christina had a question about the menu. Any special margaritas? So we had a private room at Eclipse de Luna. And so the package was unlimited beer, unlimited sangria, 6 different tapas, dessert. You could order whatever you wanted, but I just had the sangria, but you could order, anything from the bar, I'm sure. Did you get anything?
I think one of the ladies had the mocktail.
Oh, we had
mojito,
mm-hmm.
and they said that it was delicious.
Okay, so yeah, so if you don't consume alcohol, that is totally fine. So that was night number 1. And again, we are going to do this again. This is going to be an annual event. This was our first one. We wanted to make sure that we gave our ladies an actual experience because we teach the finishing school virtually, right? So I wanted to make sure that we were able to share with them in the real world and put those lessons to the test. Mm-hmm. Anything else on night 1?
So that was the alpha.
Okay.
The delta.
Ooh.
I'm not sure if I would change anything on that.
Okay.
The only thing, being the salsa dancer that I am, maybe spending some time out there listening to music, because as we were walking in, there was a song by Oscar de Leon. It's not the one that you like. It's not Llorarás, but yes. It was another one. But you know the voice and the rhythm when you hear it, and it was playing, and it's like, oh, that's a good song. But then we had to go into the room. But aside from that, I think that it went just marvelously.
I think it was great. I did get a private room all 3 nights, and the ladies did say that they liked that, and it gave us the opportunity to kind of bond. If I had to say a delta, to me, the room was kind of in the back, and we didn't have any windows. It was a little dark.
Mhm.
I would have liked to have a little bit more natural light. It was warm and cozy. It was fine. When we did our pictures, the professional photographer actually took us outside. We had a little secret passageway. We went outside. I got the ladies all individual photos. We took group photos. So lots of pictures coming. When the professional photos come, we'll do the deep dive. But yeah, on the fence about, being out with everyone or being, in our private space. We have a stream sponsor. I don't have a whiteboard, or I guess I could type it. Thank you, Randy K. She says, greetings to all the ladies putting in the work. Glad everything was a success. It absolutely was. We are just getting started. And again, happy hour is available for anyone who wants to come to Atlanta. We have people come just for the happy hour. Great networking, a great way for the ladies to practice their soft skills, their small talk, for the introverts amongst us to kind of be forced to communicate with people you don't know.
Mhm.
That's all part of personal development. So yeah, for me, that would be the thing. Maybe a bigger room, or a room with light and, some music too as
I
well.
agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Oh, yes. Thank you for being our stream sponsor, Randy K. Absolutely.
So I guess we can move on to graduation day.
Okay.
So before the graduation night, Maggie scheduled a makeup
Yes.
session
Yeah.
at Sephora in
Pont City Market.
Okay, yes,
Yes.
because I don't know Atlanta. So she was taking us to places, and she was going, she can drive. This woman knows her way around, and she knows where to go to the most I don't know, interesting places or appealing places. I mean, Sephora, it's appealing to me because it's makeup. So you put a woman in a makeup place and we go crazy. It's like if you put us in a store with shoes. So yes, we had a great makeup session. Makeup session. Is that how it's called?
I think we'll call it makeup session. I wanted to make the most of the time with Lucy coming here all the way from California. I wanted to make sure that we made the most of our time. And our editor, shout out to 10 Plus Sounds, has asked for new photos. You all saw the thumbnail he put together that fast, but you've seen Lucy's red dress. You've seen my polka dot dress for the better part of a year. So I wanted us to have full face makeup. Sephora is a great place. You can book it online and you pick your time. And the makeup artists that we had, I think were great. You all saw some of the pictures yesterday. I think they made us look natural, but like just polished and beautiful so that everything pops on the camera. So yes, we went to Sephora and had fun, just being girls and getting made up for the day. Yes, we did.
Oh, but I gotta tell. Okay,
Yes.
I forgot to tell you. On my arrival to the airport in Atlanta, so I'm texting Maggie and she's saying, where I'm coming to pick you up, blah blah. So I get out, I tell her where the gate is, and I see she goes, I'm at this, I'm driving this SUV. She gives me a description, and I see her driving up, and all I see is the smile, and I knew it was her because of that smile. You could see she was looking for me. And I said, that's her. She's smiling. That's Maggie. And then all of a sudden she sees me and she's like, in the car. And I'm like, yep, that's Maggie. That was a great welcome, Maggie. I couldn't have asked for any more, a happier type welcoming hello, from my extrovert Maggie. When you see me excited, my excitement is, okay.
That is your excited face.
Okay.
Okay, you all know I have a little bit of, I don't even know how to explain it. I've been told I smile like an emoji, but I do. I have this is going to sound worse than it is. I have extreme emotions. When I'm happy, I'm really happy. When I'm scared, I'm really scared. So I've been working on the feedback, bringing it down, but I do. It kind of comes out of me, and I know I just, big teeth. That's just what
And
I
we
got.
love it. We appreciate that. Are you kidding me? I wish I was like that, but again, every introvert should have a Maggie next to them because again, she will take, she would allow you to be who you are, and then some of that, it's synergy. Sometimes you get that emotion, that happiness from her because you're next to somebody so extraordinarily happy about life. Yes,
Absolutely.
yes.
There's no other way to be. So I am happy to be your extrovert friend. So yes, we went to Sephora. I made appointments. I took care of everything. We are in an Airbnb that I wanted to make sure that Lucy was put in. I wanted to be her door-to-door service. She didn't even have to lift a finger. So I had scheduled a photo shoot with one of my family photographers to do like a branding photo shoot. So you all will see we did like 3 different wardrobe changes, like a fun outfit, our MaggieLu sweatshirt outfit, and then our teacher outfit, which is black with the pearls, just to have updated images that we can use in thumbnails moving forward. So we had that done here at the Airbnb launch pad, photo shoot studio, everything. Anything about the accommodations?
So the Airbnb, again, she picks us up, she comes and drops us off to the place, and she starts getting worried about the smallest little things. She gets this lint brush, and she starts going up and down on these chairs, and I'm here going, what is she cleaning? There's nothing there. But she saw the smallest little specks, and she's very detail oriented. Then she has this Swiffer duster thing. She starts cleaning the fan blades because it was driving the dust was driving her a little bit crazy, because she has a thing, because I know that you do have an Airbnb too, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And yours is spotless. So she takes me to my room, and I'm here putting my stuff down, and then all of a sudden I see her with this little metal thing, and it was the door stopper. It was bothering her that the door stopper was not in place. So again, she's very particular with all that energy that she has. She pays attention to the little details. The Airbnb is amazing.
Aww.
Thank you so much. It's beautiful. The bed, one of the best beds. Usually, if I stay somewhere the first night, I cannot sleep. I came home, and I think that her energy and everything else had me out. I was out the minute I laid on that bed. That bed is the most comfortable bed that I've ever laid on. So again, the Airbnb, I love it. It was a perfect idea to bring us into this environment with 2 of the other ladies.
Yes. I have, several people either have family in Atlanta or wanted to get their own accommodations. But in the finishing school, we teach ladies from 16 to 60 plus. And I'm a mom, and I feel I'm very concerned about my ladies coming here. I want to make sure that they have the best. And so I got like a little guest house 5 minutes up the road from me. I would have loved to house everybody, but my Airbnb is booked. So this was the home base. But yes, I am a perfectionist. Thank you for the compliment, Aisha. I have a stylist. You all have seen me do collabs with Ria from Paper Doll Factory. She put all of this together. Literally, I need instructions color by number. We had different like try-on sessions. I gave her the agenda, what I was supposed to wear for casual. She put it together, what I was supposed to wear for formal and for Sunday tea. So you all know this is a little bit, fun for me, but we had a great time.
A beautiful stylist too. I mean, she showed up for the meetup, and what she was wearing is, you can tell she's a stylist from top to bottom. The details on the accessories, everything. Even the friend was stylish as she was. So again, it goes back to, you do have a group of friends that follow kind of your values and what you like, what you don't like. two amazing women
Yes.
that know how to style, how to dress to the max.
Absolutely. So thank you, Ria, and thank you, Kim. It's your girl, Kim. I can't wait to collab with you. She has an app she's developed for HBCU students. So more to come on that. But yes, I have quite the network, and I love sharing it with my ladies and sharing the experiences, because you don't know what you don't know, and you take what works for you, and then you make it your own. So it was great. I knew Friday was a travel day for a lot of the ladies, so I wanted to make sure that they had a great place to rest. We went out, we ate, we drank, we were merry. It was a lot of fun.
And then on graduation night, okay, so we come home, take the pictures, then we gotta dress into put our more what is it, the elegant attire, the dresses. We had help from the two ladies that are staying here, bringing in the trophies and some of the goodie bags. And then we went to
Maggiano's. Now, Miley will tell you when she saw it, it's Maggianos. So it's an Italian restaurant, it's a chain. So it's here in Atlanta. You may have heard of it. She thought it was Maggiano's, but it is Maggiano's. So our second evening, I reserved the Donichi room at Maggiano's. Banquet manager was wonderful. Same thing. We chose a steakhouse menu because I wanted to accommodate. We have a carnivore amongst us. We have people that don't do pork amongst us. Some people that don't do alcohol. So I put a lot of detail, and Lucy helped me with this because it was a lot to choose a menu that everybody could have something from. So they started with, so those of y'all that are into the food, we came in, they had the room all set up with us, the gift table, we had our own attendant, two people to do, whatever we needed in the space. It was excellent. So we started with the starters, which was stuffed mushrooms. We also had fried zucchini, my favorite, yes. And then we had bruschetta. So we had the bread with the tomato and the basil. It was amazing. Of course, all of the soft drinks, or if you wanted to order from the bar, that was available. Then we moved on to the next course, which was Caesar salad. So the appetizers were served family style, which was the big platters. So we had the opportunity to pass them, hopefully not knock anything over. Anyway, pass them around and serve yourself so the ladies could practice elegant dining. The salads, the second course was plated. So it was a Caesar salad, and then we had warm bread, and we had the butter and fresh Parmesan, so you could practice your bread dining skills. And then the entree was per the menu. We had a customized menu they printed for us. You'll see all of this in the pictures. They actually printed on their finishing school for the Modern Woman graduation. I wanted to make sure we had a beef dish, so we had a ribeye on the menu. I wanted to have a fish dish, so we had salmon, a chicken dish, so it was like a chicken francesque. I don't think we had a vegetarian amongst us, and then lasagna. So, we had the classic lasagna. So you chose from that. They brought it out, plated for you, shared sides. And the sides were mashed potatoes, which I heard were amazing, mac and cheese, and then roasted broccoli. And then the final course dessert was mini cheesecakes. And then they had these lemon cookies. So we got to practice eating, dining, having conversation, family style and plated, and then coffee or whatever you wanted for dessert. So I love the food.
So that night, was it 3 hours as well that we scheduled?
Okay, we reserved the room from 6 to 9 p.m. So we had time to really pace ourselves and enjoy.
Okay, 3 hours, introvert, dog years for me. Again, it went quickly. And you know what? When you're in good company and when you're talking and where you're sharing information and where you don't even realize that it's not about the food, but it's about what we're discussing, what we're talking about. And again, I remember seeing the dishes. I ate a little bit, but then it was more about what you were sharing. The main speaker was sharing information about how they met, some of the things about Maggie when she was younger, and how when they met they were younger, and again, you don't realize that time is passing when you're having so much fun.
Absolutely. So, and thank you, 10 Plus
10
Sounds,
plus.
for the $10 super chat. 10 Plus Sounds is our amazing editor. He is the one, he asked me, literally, I just took these pictures from my phone and he put this together in like 20 seconds. Okay.
Mhm.
So, more professional photos are coming. He wanted me to make sure I had all the faces. So, I had to do all of that. Once the photographer gets them to me, they will be coming. Thank you so much, 10 Plus Sounds. But yes, we wanted to practice dining, but I had a keynote speaker for the ladies, which, even though he's a very private person, he is my man. And I wanted him to come see basically what we have brought to fruition, to give the ladies words of wisdom, because it was his direction that said, Maggie, you need to get that stuff that you do out there. And I had to figure out, what does that even mean? And last summer, Lucy and I got together and the finishing school was born. So he talked about coming from humble beginnings, continuing to self-improve, the mindset that we need, what men are looking for. I asked if he would take some Q&A and allow the ladies to be able to pick his brain. And this is the type of opportunity that I love giving to the ladies, because sometimes, you know, we're all creatures of our environment, excuse me, and you may not have access to a 1% kind of man, and just a man in general that you admire, that you can say, you know what, this is what I think, what do you think? And so it was a beautiful evening. The ladies were there, their support system was there, and we were able to give them their trophies. Lucy, not only did she pick out the menu, she also picked out the trophies. They were beautiful and elegant. She did that from California. I just went and got them picked up, and we were able to present the girls with that. And on your wrist, I gave them all a gift, which is freshwater pearls from me to them, so that every time they wear these bracelets, they think about their journey and continue to improve their femininity, their elegance, and their etiquette. So it's that special to me.
So I think that those are the alpha. And the last alpha
Yeah.
is, again, can we share what the gentleman said at the end when
Oh,
he got closer?
yes.
And the reason I asked Maggie to share that information is because I am not as eloquent or as I don't make stories as beautiful as she makes them. So that's another gift. She has the gift of those words and how things come out just perfectly. So you can tell the story much better. The intro, I just sit back and relax, and then I just jump in with little bits and pieces, but you can tell the story.
So the same husband who was with us on night one, who just kind of quietly observed, he is also the more reserved one in the relationship. You can tell his wife, our student, is the fireball, and I love that. But yes, he came up to us and he was just, again, saying how impressed he was with the work that we're doing, how much it's needed. I really love what he said. I think it was on night two that he said he finally saw us as ladies that needed to be protected. The first night he was really talking about the impact that it had on his wife. The second night he was talking about the impact that it had on him. And I just thought that was so powerful. We put this together for our ladies, for our students, the ones that have been working with us, to have a real world experience after they've been taking these classes virtually. And in my mind, the plus ones are there to cheer you on. They're your support system, but they haven't really been exposed to this. Some of them probably don't even know what this is. They're just here to support because they love you. And for him to be so touched at his wife's accomplishment and the work that we're doing. And it really is powerful. Like if you had a wife or a sister that was on a personal development journey and you see her progress, but then when you come to a full room of women and we're all sharing our lessons learned and asking questions and getting better, it really moved him. And that's when he said he felt like he was compelled to protect us. And you know, we appreciate the men here and appreciate the covering. So thank you. We appreciate you.
Another alpha was just the keynote speaker. He was incredible. How easily, and again, you are made for each other, definitely, because you know how he tells stories and how he gives examples about things, stories about Maggie when she was younger, funny funny, but true. So again, they are made for each other, and that's where you see that, when you find a couple that complements each other, it's just that, the recipe for success.
Yes, and one other thing that I'll say, I mean, you all hear me talk about my man. I'm the extrovert, he's the private person, and will remain so. But one of the other alphas, one of the ladies that's in the house with us, told me it was so powerful for her to see the way that I serve him in real time. Because I talk about, this is what I do for my man, I talk about how I respond to him. But when you see me, and you all see all the different sides of Maggie, but when you see me around, any man, but especially my man, the way that I fall in line, the way that I show respect, the way that I serve him with joy. I think, like our surprise speaker today, you teach without teaching. You teach a silent lesson that was just amazing.
And
amazing.
again, it's about, people are watching, and even, amongst ourselves, the younger ones we're watching exactly. And what I think that she also talked about, understanding why it was so important to allow the man to speak freely without having to interrupt. And because you have to jump in and give your opinion about things. She saw it through the modeling with her significant other and Maggie, how when he started speaking, Maggie would just, stand back and allow him to speak his say his comment or respond to a question. So again, it's the modeling that some of these younger women are watching and understand and put it together in real life of why it's important to do certain things.
Absolutely. Yep. Anything else about our graduation night?
The service was great, excellent, very helpful, especially on a situation that we had additional guests show up, and they came in. They prepared an additional table with additional dishes. So again, it also allows us to see that the business that we contracted with, they did what they needed to do to make their customer happy. And that says a lot, because it makes us want to be there, come back to the business another year.
Absolutely. And I think the other thing is, things that show up as elegant or easy really are a lot of work. And I think sometimes that can be missed, whether that's your personal journey. One of the best compliments that we've gotten from a student is that, being an elegant woman or staying in your femininity really requires a lot of self-control, because every day you're tested, every day you could have an outburst. Sometimes I do, but it's really insightful to see, like, this, things don't just automatically happen. Like, there's a lot of planning, there's a lot of preparation, and I think people were able to see that. And I hope you appreciate it, like, even more once you see what it takes to pull this off. It is a labor of love, but make no mistake, it is a labor. And I'm very grateful that my man treated the ladies to a wonderful evening.
And E. Capone, he came in from LA to the meetup, and he was just watching. He was just sitting there with all of us, having that conversation, and everything was cool for him.
He was cool.
He was cool. He was cool, and you can tell he is a cool cat. So that was. Thank you for coming. It was great to meet you, and it was just, great to be with someone that also came from California.
I know. Shout out to California. I'll be there tomorrow. Going back to Cali. But anyway.
All right. So, Alpha Deltas, I don't know. I mean, again, it's an older building, and for photography, it wasn't as helpful when it comes to having lighting around, but I think that for me, everything it was fine. It was great. I loved it.
It was, I'll say this, so for those of you all that are in the Atlanta area, it was the Maggiano's at Perimeter Mall. It's like a mini mall. So traffic, I mean, first of all, you have Atlanta traffic. Then we did it was Saturday night, but still it was 6 to 9 p.m. And in Atlanta, if you've ever been here, there's always construction, there's always something. So compared to a standalone restaurant that has dedicated parking, we were in a mall parking lot. Someone took my spot, but it's okay. But
We had, sorry, sorry. We had the light to turn on, and we were waiting for that car. And I told her, this guy's gonna take your spot. This guy, and immediately I knew it. He just jumped into a parking that we were, waiting for. So again, you know what? That person is probably karma. Karma never loses an address. So something could happen to that person for doing that. That just,
it was
just
really rude. It was
Come
really
on
rude.
now.
We're in a parking lot, and I was trying to get kind of close because I'm bringing like goodie bags to the girls. We had the plaques, the trophies, like we're
We're
literally
wearing heels.
yeah. So all of that, and I saw a couple walking to their car. I rolled down my window. I said, "Excuse me, are you all coming out?" They said, "Yes, we're that white vehicle over there." So I pull up, waiting for them. But as soon as soon as they pull out and I had my blinker on, I was ready to go in and everything, waiting patiently. Of course, some whippersnapper just took the parking spot, but it was an opportunity to stay elegant. So yes, service was great, but traffic and parking, because it was like a strip mall with PF Chang's, Cheesecake Factory. It was a lot going on. The second thing is we were in it's a double, how do you say, a second floor part of the restaurant. They did have an elevator. Not everybody knew that. So just, logistics wise, if anybody was, with mobility, I think of my mom and things like this, it might be a little bit difficult. But once we got upstairs to our room, the service was great. They brought everything to us. They came in, they checked everything. They even confirmed the menu, asked for the time. When do you want us to bring out the next course? And there were ladies and gentlemen's rooms very close by. But just a little bit of logistics coming in and out. That's what I would say.
That's about it. Everything else was just just perfect. The chandeliers. It was very elegant.
Yes.
It was an elegant venue.
Mm-hmm. Can't wait for y'all to see the photos.
It had photos of Frank Sinatra. Like the old kind of what is it, Rat Pack type thing, black and white.
Absolutely. Think like a masculine decor, the wood paneling, very much just like, I don't want to say old mob boss, but just very Italian, very, just very kind of manly. But I think for what we wanted to do, it was sophisticated. It allowed us to bring in that feminine space. I can't remember if there were windows in there, but I feel like it was a good room.
Mm-hmm. Right. So Escape, I knew I should have pulled up my security. So you should have. The content would have been great to have met you. Yeah. And then Escape the Rat Race. She's already saying that she's sad that it's over because we did have a great time. Yes. So that night, came home, went to sleep, and then for the tea time this morning.
Yes.
I think we left. What time did we leave?
We left around 11:45. So our third and final event for the weekend was afternoon tea at Neiman Marcus. I reserved the McAvoy room for the ladies so we could have afternoon tea. This is kind of an English tradition that has spread all over the world. Everybody does it their own way, but I think it's an elegant way to dine. It's a fun experience, and I wanted the ladies, only a couple of them had tea before, so I wanted them to partake. So our special guest for today's event was my mom. Nana came. So my brother brought my mom. So we met at Neiman Marcus at Lenox Mall. They actually have a Neiman Marcus cafe. I didn't know this. I don't shop at Neiman Marcus. Y'all know I wear Old Navy. But anyway, so we arrived, had some more gifts for the ladies, a beautiful long table setting, and just everything. The staff was so attentive. I had professional photography at each event, so I allowed the ladies to take their own pictures, group pictures, so I could actually be in the moment and just like escape the rat race. I know it was a wonderful time. This was our final event for the girls to just be, you know, in Sunday best, wear your little fascinators. We had scones, we had macaroons, we had tea, we had popovers, we had consomme, we had strawberry butter. I mean, just, it was just, it allowed us to slow down and eat delicacies, because in the fast pace we're always just rushing to shove it in. It was amazing. What would you say?
And also one of the things that one of the takeaways that I saw was usually on our meetups and our, you know, Zoom meetings, we only saw each other from the neck up. And usually we would be wearing, you know, lounging wear. And there were some ladies that showed up with these beautiful colors, with these beautiful, just elegant dresses. They looked like models. Beautiful women that you can't really tell from the neck up, and then they show up. And one of the ladies said that when she was waiting outside, one of the, I think it was, I don't know if was it a service person or
Someone in the mall saw
someone
her.
in the mall saw her, and then they saw two additional ladies that were coming to this event, and they said, oh, you must be part of that event that's happening over there. So again, appearance matters. They knew exactly where they were going by the way they were dressed. Oh, I get chills when I hear that.
And you know, it just goes back to that old saying, birds of a feather flock together. You know, I put an agenda together for the ladies, but for the most part, they were on their own to like arrive. And so people would come from different entrances or wherever and kind of arrive in. And when you see a group of ladies that I left it up to them, I said Sunday best, just something that you feel, you know, that you would wear maybe to Easter service or, you know, a pop of color or whatever you want to do. And when the ladies came in, wait till you all see the pictures. I'll try and post some from today, but they just looked stunning.
Stunning. Models.
Absolutely stunning. And they felt it too. But that comment someone saw, first of all, took the time to approach her and say, I don't know whatever you're doing or where you're going, but you look beautiful. And then another woman said when she was, you know, looking for the location, someone assumed, oh, those two ladies must be with you because they looked the part. So it's important. I mean, we don't dress, this is not about dressing for the nines all the time, but putting a little bit of effort into your appearance. All you have to do is people watch. Some of us will be flying out tomorrow. You go to the airport and it's quite sad. Nobody cares anymore to even groom themselves. So you can get a lot of good attention. And what I tell the ladies is that first compliment can lead to a conversation, can lead to opportunities, can lead to connections. You never know what showing up. And Rhea preaches that. I was late to get on the bandwagon, but I'm glad I did. Mr. Option One says, I can't wait. You can't wait for what? I don't know.
The pics or
the
next
pictures.
year?
Can't wait to see the slideshow. You want to see what you missed? Oh my goodness, y'all want to see? Let me see if I can pull a few in my phone.
So maybe this is a motivation for the next meetup, because there are some beautiful ladies there that, yes, that you're missing out, gentlemen. You are missing out.
Yes, absolutely.
What else? An alpha that was alpha the T. Having Nana, having your mom, the stories, how she tells them, and how it's like it came together, how she was home economic, and Maggie, with all the stuff that she went through, at the end, she ended up teaching things that are part of the initial.
Oh,
what happened?
sorry, that's me.
Okay,
never mind. Sorry, trying to get my. See, this is what happened. We're in a different location. I was trying to show y'all pictures, and I messed up the screen.
And light is leaving.
Oh yes,
like we're vampires.
Okay, 10 more minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, I should have turned on the overhead.
So.
Oh, mom's stories. Yes, go ahead.
How it came to be what Maggie's teaching is what her mom used to teach when she was very young. So, and it was really touching because she started telling us on how her mom was very proud of Maggie doing some of the things that she used to do when she was younger. After telling us um, how she got her PhD and how from the old land she met this person that motivated her to do all of these things, and then she came to the States and started that program because she was motivated by that one teacher that said you can do it.
Absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely. So in addition to and I just got some feedback. The pictures can wait, so I will fall in line. Don't worry, you all. The best is yet to come. Okay, so we're giving you the in the moment play by play, but don't worry, you will see pictures. So my mom came. She was sponsored, and I'm so grateful. Nana came, and I allowed, just like our keynote speaker, I allowed the ladies to ask questions. What was Maggie like as a little girl? Shocker. A bundle of energy, but still very diligent and learn how to manage things, but doing the most always. What got my mom into the home economics field, and she talked about her health challenges and why she needed to be able to manage some things. And I got a little emotional because my mom was talking about how she taught me silently as a child, and she didn't know if I was actually, you know, um, retaining what she was teaching and demonstrating. And why I got so emotional, I think about Kevin Samuels, and Lucy and I have that connection to Kevin Samuels, but it really is the older women that teach the young. Like my mom taught me, Lucy has the same traditional upbringing, and now we can share with the ladies because a lot of young women are just trying to figure it out on their own. And so many things get lost in the confusion. And, mom just said how she was proud of me and how she's even learning some things too. But it really is beautiful to see, even if it's not for you. I know it's not for everybody, but just to see women, want to work on something, set a goal, and actually make it happen. And when I didn't say this in the room, I should have. When I just looked around the room at everybody, we were all smiling. We were just like, isn't this so nice? Like we were all just taking it in. And again, from teenagers to 60 plus, that femininity that is our superpower, it never ages, and I will always continue to promote it. So thanks, Mom, for coming out.
And she gave me this. I love her. So when we dropped her off, she gets out of the car, and then we thought that we were leaving. And Maggie says she's going to get you something. She's probably going to get you something sweet or something. And then sure enough, she comes back, and again, she blessed us at the table. Again, it's so important to have that blessing because in Nicaragua and in Venezuela, when you come to your elders, you ask for their blessing. It's kind of la bendición, mom and dad, the blessing, mom and dad. So again, it goes back to those traditions. So yes, so when we left, she gave me this from Ghana, right?
Ghana.
Ghana.
Mm-hmm.
And again, she's looking forward for the next year because we're gonna be visiting. What is it, that the rock or the stone?
Oh, so Stone Mountain. The rock. So on the way back, we dropped off my mom, and of course, she had to give some goodies out. And everybody loves Lucy. I love Lucy. She has just been. She keeps me focused. Y'all know I'm always a little bit of a lot, but yes, I drove them kind of around my mom's neighborhood, which it's a country club. It's got a beautiful view of Stone Mountain. There's a lake. If you've never come to Atlanta has a lot of parts to it. There's of course the city. We have industrial area. There's a lot of tech here, a lot of business here, but pretty much 45 minutes to an hour in any direction, you really start to see that slower pace of the South that kind of I grew up in small towns. So I wanted to make sure, especially Lucy, got to see that. And we had a busy weekend, but I wanted to make sure that we gave the ladies an experience. But this is our first annual. We will absolutely do it again right back here in Atlanta, first week of April next year. So if you ladies are interested in joining us, stay tuned. The finishing school for the modern woman is just getting started.
Okay, so I want to share too that
Yes.
the two photographers.
Oh, yeah.
The first photographer, she's very, down to earth, wearing jeans, and she shows up to the event wearing a dress. The same thing with the photographer today, a beautiful woman, and she had a story,
Yes.
but you can tell her, she's a storyteller. She shows up with this beautiful, colorful dress to take our picture. So again, it's another testimonial from somebody that hasn't taken the classes, but sees the impact that it's made within these 2 days.
All right. So I have two family photographers. Caitlin, you all have seen me do a collab with Caitlin Hill Photography. She's been taking photographs since maternity photos. So our kids have grown up together. And then Joy, same thing. So two family photographers, because they're booked often. I have to use the both of them because I couldn't hog them for the whole weekend. This is actually spring break weekend where I am. So we had Caitlin on Friday and Sunday, and then Joy, 2 events. She did our brand photo shoot and our graduation dinner. Shout out to Truly Vintage Photo. So you all will see the professional photos when they come. So Caitlin was back with us today. And again, I've hired them. I pay them their full rate. I don't ask for any favors. I believe in doing business properly. Even if you are my friend, you are a professional and I want to treat you that way. And so they do a great job of really being able to capture the moment so I can be there, taking pictures of the food, taking, pictures of the group and everything. And one of the reasons why Caitlin wasn't with us the whole time is she had a fraternity photo shoot at UGA Go Dogs on Saturday. So on Friday, she was with us listening to our etiquette journey, our femininity, and she's like on her phone, but she's actually taking notes. Like, okay, what is this? Like between shoots, she's taking notes. And she said on Saturday when she went to go shoot a group of men, they were like men are, just very loud and boisterous. And what had happened in the past is that she would kind of take on some of those mannerisms and start laughing and being loud and kind of acting like the men. But after 2 hours with us, she said she just slowed down, was softer, and the men started asking, can I lift that for you? Can I carry that for you? Let me do this for you. Before, she was just like, photographers, they come in with all their gear. And ladies, you get the treatment that you want when you lead with femininity. And even coming back today, she shared that story with us, and she was just, she just said how much it was a blessing for her to be around this and how she was able to grow. So the moral of the stories is, ladies, people are always watching, picking on what you do. And like Nana said, you can teach silently by demonstrating the behavior because people are always watching. Yeah. E. Capone says the women were beautiful. Uh-oh.
So I think, what's a Delta? I'm not sure. I think it was a little challenging to find the place.
Yeah.
You had to go around and in the back, and it's kind of like a hidden gem.
Yeah.
Aside from that, I think that it all went well. When you walk in, it looks like it was set up for a wedding. Oh my God. Amazing. The placement, the settings, you saw everything was white. It was beautiful. I can't give you anything to improve. Yeah. Maybe I don't know. Again, we had maybe a late arrival, and they had to add a table at the end where it was a little more challenging to open the door. But again, it's one of those logistics things that if we had the right count from the beginning, then, it would have worked out without any kind of bumps.
That's true. I'm not a professional event planner. I don't even play one on YouTube, but it is a challenge because people plan to come and then they can't, or people want to bring someone at the last minute. So just trying to give a final head count to the, to the restaurant team, it was challenging because these were not like backyard barbecue, oh, just grab a plate, right? This was, everything was seated, everything was plated, and I wanted it to be seamless, a little bit of a perfectionism, but you know, we did our best. It was wonderful. All of the ladies had raving reviews. I agree. This was the Neiman Marcus Cafe, another mall, Lenox Mall, and so they have a cafe in the back of the mall entrance. So getting to it was almost like going through a little bit of a loading dock and parking garage. But we arrived, you know, we're in the city, we figured it out. Some people came through the front and walked through the mall and got compliments as they were walking through the mall. I thought the food was great. I thought the service was excellent. They kept replenishing, asked us if we needed anything. The tea was incredible, and the ladies were sent off with a wonderful experience. I cannot wait to do it again next year.
Exactly. Yeah, we're ready.
Yeah.
Starting to plan now.
Yeah, absolutely. So that was it. I know we're going to go ahead and dismiss, but this was Lucy's idea to do a quick pop-up while we're together in the flesh. Lucy is here. I'm so grateful that you came all the way from California, and you all know the story. You know, I was doing a Q&A about this time last year, and someone was like, "Oh, Maggie, all this stuff is good that you do. You should make a course." And I was like, "Okay, add that to the list." And Lucy said, "I have an education degree. I can help you write a curriculum." And the rest is history. And when we put this idea together, we didn't know if anyone was going to enroll. We didn't know if anyone was actually going to show up. We just wanted to create this space, and the ladies came out, and you all have been supporting, and the best is yet to come. Anything to close us out?
I think we're good. I think I'm just looking forward to the next session, the summer session with the kids.
Yes, absolutely.
We even had somebody ask us if
for
we,
boys.
if we had anything for boys, and I think that we could work the curriculum in a way that it teaches boys how to behave with young girls, how to pull the chair, how to give a compliment, you know, a nice, respectful compliment. Things like that. Again, we said, you know, men can only teach men how to be men, but we could probably have a couple of courses or a segment in the summer school to teach young boys how to maneuver, you know, societal, you know, interactions.
Absolutely. So the finishing school for the modern woman, these are our graduates, and believe me, in color and in the flesh. If you think they're beautiful here, wait till you see them in person. We'll do our next session in the fall, but to Lucy's point, this summer we have the Etiquette Summer School for kids. The finishing school is just for ladies, 16 to 60 plus. However, this July, we will teach live a 4-week session for kids from 5 to 15, and that will be co-ed. We did get some feedback that not only boys need the younger boys, but maybe young men. This has kind of become a lost art, and for those that are still interested, we definitely want to provide the teaching that we can for social situations and networking and other things. So Gillis says, I hope you cut up. Can't wait to rewatch. So we're going to go ahead and dismiss. I'm taking Lucy. No, actually, I got to take the ladies. People have started to depart the city. Going to take 2 ladies to the airport tonight. And then I'll be back tomorrow to take Lucy and myself to the airport because I'm traveling again.
She's doing an event.
I'm going to
one-day event.
I know. I'm going to LA tomorrow for YouTube. It might be a shopping event with Sephora and some other things. So I know good things are coming. Just stay tuned here. If you're new here, I usually stream every day, but we have had a very busy and productive weekend. So we just wanted to do this little pop-up. And where can they find you, Lucy?
They can find me on YouTube under Luke Casely 20 over 50.
Yeah.
And I have an Instagram account, but I'm trying to keep my socials very limited. Yeah. Again, my husband keeps an eye on some of the stuff, so I got to keep it limited. So again, YouTube is where most of my content is gathered. The Instagram account is a lot of political stuff. So I don't know if it gets a little boring, the political stuff. So YouTube is the place to be for me.
So stay tuned. We will be back Wednesday night. We have our usual weekly Wednesday. That will be our Risa Tisa. Yes, that will be our Risa Tisa. I don't know what episode we're up to, but we will continue and then back again with the Wives Club. But Escape the Rat Races, thank you again for a wonderful experience, ladies. It was our absolute honor. Thank you so much, Randy K, for the $9.99. Thank you, 10 Plus Sounds, for the $10. And I will do a special video. We had some incredibly generous sponsors make this happen. You know who you are. I appreciate you. All of the ladies appreciate you. And I will definitely follow up with a dedicated video because we could not have done this without the support of the men. Yes.
Okay. And thank you, Atlanta, for having me. And you better believe I'm coming back next year because we had a blast over here. Thank you, Maggie, for everything you've done for us. Amazing, an amazing host. And yes, the femininity, her Nana should be proud of you. And she is. She told us that she was today. So thank you, Maggie. And thank you, Atlanta, for having me.
All right, everybody. Until the next time, we will see you all back on Wednesday for another Wild Card Wednesday. But we'll go ahead and dismiss. Good night.
Adios.